British Foreign Secretary David Cameron has defended military strikes against the Houthi rebels in Yemen. It was right to act to keep an important shipping route open, is what the former Prime Minister wrote in an article in the Sunday Telegraph. There have been 26 attacks on shipping in the Red Sea since November 19th. If one does not act in this situation, one accepts that the Houthis could paralyze the shipping route with their attacks with almost impunity. If they were to do so, it would jeopardize vital supply chains and drive up prices in Britain and the rest of the world, as Cameron wrote. Military action should always be the last resort, and in this case it was. The military strikes were necessary, proportionate, and lawful, said Cameron. We have sent an unmistakable message to the Houthi. Your attacks must stop, he said. Speaking on the BBC on Sunday, Cameron denied that the military strikes against the Houthis represented an escalation. Rather, the escalation was caused by the rebels themselves. The US and Britain, with the support of allies, have attacked Houthi rebel positions in Yemen since Friday night. For some time now, they have been attacking ships in the Red Sea that they believe have Israeli owners or want to call at Israeli ports. And the US and Britain have attacked the Houthi militia in Yemen. This is a clear message that the United States and its partners will not tolerate attacks on their citizens and threats to free shipping on one of the world's most important trade routes, is what US President Joe Biden said in a written statement. And he would not hesitate to order further measures if necessary. The attacks were reportedly supported by Australia, Bahrain, Canada, and the Netherlands. According to a joint statement, the military strike against the rebels was carried out in accordance with the UN Charter. It is a response to the Houthis' illegal, dangerous, and destabilizing attacks on ships in the Red Sea and is based on the right of self-defense, as the joint statement said. The USA and Great Britain had attacked Houthi positions with the help of the Netherlands, Canada, and Bahrain, and these precision strikes were intended to disrupt and weaken the Houthis' ability to threaten global trade and the lives of international seafarers on one of the world's most important waterways, it said. The attacks were concentrated on those positions that are of particular importance to the rebels in their attacks on merchant ships, because they store rockets, radar technology, or drones there. The more than 24 Houthi attacks on merchant ships since mid-November are an international challenge, according to the statement. The common goal remains de-escalation and the restoration of stability in the Red Sea. If threats continue, they will not hesitate to defend lives and protect the free flow of commerce in one of the world's most important waterways. And British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said that the exact results were still being evaluated, but early signs suggested that the Houthis' ability to threaten commercial shipping had suffered a setback here. NATO supported the airstrikes. These attacks were defensive and aimed at preserving freedom of navigation on one of the world's most important waterways, is what NATO spokesman Dylan White said in Brussels. A Houthi representative announced on television that revenge for the military strike will come. America and Great Britain will have to be prepared to pay a high price, he said. Yemen was subjected to a massive aggressive attack by American and British ships, submarines, and fighter aircraft. And Iran condemned the attacks on Shiite militia positions in Yemen. Several cities in Yemen were attacked, according to Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Nasser Kanaani, according to the news portal Noor News. We view this as a clear violation of Yemen's sovereignty and territorial integrity, as well as a violation of international laws, regulations, and rights, he said. Criticism also came from Iraq. An advisor to Prime Minister al-Sudani said, "The West is committing another stupidity by further stoking conflict and tension in the region while calling for de-escalation and urging others to exercise self-restraint." And Fadi al-Shamari posted on X that he said that. And he's the Jordan Minister of State. And he said his country was following the developments in the Red Sea with concern, and Israel would be driving the entire region into further wars and conflicts with its wanton aggression. And Oman has once again warned against an expansion of the war into the region as a result of ongoing Israeli aggression against the occupied Palestinian territories, according to a statement from the Foreign Ministry in Muscat. And the Sultanate condemns the military act of the allies, while Israel continues its brutal war without having to bear responsibility. Saudi Arabia also expressed concern. The kingdom called for de-escalation, as the state news agency SPA reported. It's important to maintain security and stability in the Red Sea region, and this also includes free shipping. At the same time, the kingdom called for restraint. Hours after the bombing, the United States assured that it did not want to move towards armed conflict with Tehran. We are not looking for conflict with Iran. We are not looking for escalation. That's what White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby told MSNBC television. And Kirby added that there was no reason for the situation to escalate further beyond the developments of the past few days. Well, you must not forget the Shiite Houthi rebels are supported by Tehran. And if you want to know more about Brexit or UK politics, and they were involved, and that's why I put it here, the next video is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.